Hi everyone, in today's video we are going to draw this beautiful, simple landscape. Before you start, please download the color palette for this illustration and my new siakulaart special brushes. There's more than 40 brushes I made, so we can draw together more illustrations like this. If you enjoyed this video and would like to draw more of me, make sure to check out my Patreon where I have more tutorials like this and many Procreate brushes. Link is in the description. And with all that being said, let's start. Let's make a new canvas, A4 canvas from Procreate. And first we're going to mark the grass that is in front of us. Let's take the color for this. Take this first one here. And let's pick the brush. Let's go to my siakulaart special. And let's take here landscape. With the brush size 64, we can mark here a line around 1/4 of the whole canvas, like this. Let's mark this area. Something like that. Now we'll change the brush. Let's take landscape 3. And with the brush size 41, we'll add here some more colors this way. Just go across this whole grass now. This is nothing precise, just drawing some lines here. Now we can change the color. Take this second one here. And add some of this color here. I think this is probably not very visible on the camera, but I'm sure that you can see it when you draw. Let's take another brush now, landscape 2, and we can add it also here. Now let's go back to that first color, this one, and add a few lines here. Okay, I like it like that, so now we can move on and add the bush here. For this, let's make a new layer, and let's change the color. Let's take this one. Let's pick another brush, take leaves, and with the brush size 6, we can mark the area where the bush will be. Just like that. You can draw here some high bush, like this maybe. Maybe one higher also over here. Now we'll add here another color. Take the second one here. And just add it on top of this. Now let's take the next color in line, this one, and let's add it in a few places. Let's make this a little bit brighter, like that. And now we'll bring back that darker color here. So let's go back to the first color, and again draw here on top of this. Let's cover here some empty spaces we can see here at the bottom. Okay, and again let's take that second color and add it here again on top of this. I'll go back to the first color again and just add it here a little bit more on this side, like that. And now we can make this a little bit nicer here on top by erasing some of the leaves. So let's take the eraser, let's tap on it again, and we are going to set it to the same brush. So set it to the leaves. With the brush size 5, we can erase here a little bit of this on top, like that. Just tap a few times. Okay. And now we can draw here again. So let's take the brush and add it here again. This way it will look a little bit more organic and nicer, I think. I'm going to change the color again to the second one. Just tap a few times. And the third one. Also, I'll just tap a few times here. Okay, I'm happy with this, but now we have to change the bottom of this. This doesn't look so nice. We're going to erase this here too. So let's take the eraser, tap on it again, and let's set it to landscape. Let's make the brush size now smaller, 17%, and erase it here like that. And don't worry if you see here some empty space that is in the back, we can just move this bush down in a moment. So let's just erase it like that. Make it look more organic and natural. Okay. So now let's take the arrow tool. And here at the bottom, let's put snapping on. And now we can move it down and it will stay in the lines of the canvas. So let's move it down. Like that. Tap here to finish. And now we can maybe draw the sky. For this we're going to make a new layer. And we'll move this all the way to the bottom, over here. Let's pick the color. Take this first one in the third line. And just drag and drop it in here. Now we'll add here some more colors. Let's pick another color, the second one here, and we'll use here the selection tool. At the bottom, let's pick rectangle and turn on color fill. Let's select a rectangle somewhere around here, like this. Let's tap here to finish, and let's pick another color. Let's take the next one in line, this one. And again, let's take the selection and select the rectangle a little bit lower. Make sure those colors here will be overlapping. Let's select it like that. Tap here to finish and take the next color in line. This one. Again, take the selection and select rectangle somewhere like this. Tap here to finish and take next color, this one. Again, let's take the selection tool and we'll select here the rest of the sky like that. Tap here to finish, and now we are going to blend those colors together. For this we can go to the adjustments and we can take Gaussian blur. Swipe your pencil on the screen to the blur size. And let's make this 52%. Let's tap here to finish. And now I would like to see a little bit more of that orange color. So I can just take the arrow tool and I can move it up just a little bit, like this. Okay, let's tap here to finish. And now let's take a small break and I would like to ask you to write a comment with the word sun. It would mean a lot to me. I would know that you enjoyed this video. And I would be very happy to see who's watching my video. So thank you for doing that. And now let's go back to drawing. Now it's time to the sun and the clouds. Let's make a new layer for this. And let's pick the color. Let's start with this yellow color. Let's change the brush. Now we can go here to painting. And we can take gouache. Let's start with the brush size 4%. And I want my sun to be somewhere over here. So I'll draw like that. And this is enough. Now let's take another color, this one. Let's make the brush size bigger here, maybe 12%. And let's draw around this here, like that. If you use some more pressure and draw again in the same spot, you will get more color. So let's just draw here some lines like this across the sky. Now let's take the next color, this one, and let's draw this a little bit higher. Just simple spots like this. Don't draw here anything precise. We are going to blur this in a moment. Let's take this a little bit higher too, maybe somewhere like this. Okay. And let's take the next color, this one, and draw here on top, somewhere like this. Okay, and the last color for the clouds is this one. For this I'll make a smaller brush, 6%, and I will use it only here at the bottom part of the clouds, at the bottom part of the sky. And I'll just draw a few lines here. Okay, I think this is enough. But I would like to add here still a little bit more of that orangey color, the lightest orange one. So I'll take it. And I'll draw here like that. Okay. Now we can blur this. Let's go to the adjustments. And now we'll take motion blur. With the motion blur, the blur depends on the direction you swipe your pencil in. So if we swipe it like that, it will be blurring it this way. I want to swipe it horizontally, so I'm going to swipe my pencil normally like that, like I would do it with the normal blur. Let's make here the blur size 37 and tap here to finish. Now we can make this a little bit nicer by smudging the edges of those clouds. Let's take the smudge tool, tap on it again, and let's set it to watery brush from my siakulaart special brushes. Let's make your size 22. And we can just spread it around here like this. Make this softer. You can tap here, or you can also kind of draw in circular motions like this. You can also swipe on the screen like this to make them a little bit longer in few places that you want. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. I want to now bring back the sun a little bit, make it nicer. So I'll take the color for the sun, this yellow one. And I'll go back to the gouache brush. And with the small brush, 4%, I will just draw it here again. Just like that. And I will also very lightly draw a line going across of this. So it will look like that. Now we can add here a little bit of the orange color around it. So take this color and very lightly let's draw here, like that. Okay, I like it. So now in the end we can just add here some flowers. Let's make a new layer for this. And let's move this layer above the grass here, but under the bushes. Let's pick the color for the flowers. We can take here any color of those here at the bottom. I will maybe take this one. And let's pick the brush. Let's go back here to my siakulaart special brushes. And take flowers. Let's make the brush size 17 and draw it like that. Now let's make the brush size bigger. Let's make it 42%. And add here bigger flowers closer to us, like that. And now let's take another color. I will take this one. And I will add some of those flowers here. And now I'll make the brush size smaller for this color, 17%. And add them somewhere here further away. Okay. And now let's make those flowers a little bit more visible. We can just duplicate this layer. So let's swap to the left and pick duplicate, like that. And now we can turn down the opacity of this layer. I'll make it 59. And now this illustration is finished. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you can share your drawing with me on my Instagram. I would love to see it. And if you'd like to draw more of me, don't forget to check out my Patreon. Link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next video. Bye!